The relations between Laos and Russia have been regularly maintained over the past more than half a century, especially through the exchange of visits between senior leaders and delegations at various levels in the two countries. At a reception held at the Russian embassy in Vientiane on Wednesday to celebrate the 55th anniversary of the relations, Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs Sengphet Houngboungnuang expressed his pride over the relationship which he said had been steadily growing. He highlighted the exchanges of visits of senior leaders of the two countries as a very important contribution to maintaining these relations, especially the historic visit of President Choummaly Sayasone to Russia in October 2011, where the declaration on the strategic partnership in Asia-Pacific between the two countries was adopted. Just as remarkable was the visit of Russian Prime Minister Dmitry Medvedev to Laos in November 2012 to attend the 9th Asia-Europe Summit, during which he met with Prime Minister Thamavong and paid a courtesy visit to President Choummaly Sayasone. The cooperation between Laos and Russia has also involved the legislation sector when the President of the Lao National Assembly visited Russia in October 2013, during which an agreement was reached on cooperation between the Assembly and the Federal Council of Russia. Speaker of the Federal Council of Russia, Ms. Valentina Matvienko, attended the 35th ASEAN Interparliamentary or IPA General Assembly in Vientiane last year. As a milestone for enhancing cooperation, the Deputy Minister mentioned the meeting between Prime Minister Thongsin and Prime Minister Medvedev during their attendance at the East Asia Summit in Myanmar, where they reviewed bilateral cooperation and exchanged views on regional and international issues of mutual interest. The solid relations between the two nations was confirmed by the meeting between President Choummaly Sayasone and President Vladimir Putin in Beijing, China, early last month during their attendance at the celebration for the 70th anniversary of victory over Japan. Following the meeting of the heads of state, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs Thongloun Sisoulith led a delegation visiting Russia from October 4 to 6, during which he and his Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov discussed their political cooperation and cooperation in other sectors of the framework of the Intergovernmental Commission on Trade, Economic and Scientific Technical Cooperation, such as economy, trade, investment, education, tourism, cultural, military and legislation. In his speech at the reception, Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs Sengphet Houngboungnuang also spoke about cooperation between the two countries in the period of the former Soviet Union and in more recent years. He said Laos and Russia reached a trade agreement in 1976 in which Russia gave trade privileges to Laos for 65 commodities, while the trade volume between the two countries has increased in recent years, with it being $12 million in 2011 and reaching $38.9 million in 2013, of which Lao import from Russia were $37.4 million and export were $1.5 million. A memorandum of understanding between the Lao government and the Russian company of Inter-Rao Engineering on the Sekong 5 power project that will generate 330 megawatts of electricity was mentioned by the Deputy Minister as the biggest Russian investment in Laos. In his speech at the reception, Russian Ambassador to Laos Mikhail V. Baranov spoke about the cooperation between the two countries, especially in education, with around 4,000 Laos citizens studying in Russia between 1985 and 1990. He noted the two countries shared common views and supported each other on regional and international stages, especially in the United Nations.